Well, I will try to quickly define hypnosis using the hypnotic loop. Why am I going to use the hypnotic loop? Because hypnosis, just like memory, there is a problem. What is the problem? The problem is that the word memory, for example, means several different things, that they are completely different biological processes. For example, you remember how to ride a bicycle, or remember to go buy bread at the bakery, or remember to buy diapers for your child after work, or remember the wedding anniversary. They are completely different things, but we call everything memory. They are all memories. So everything that involves the evoking of something that happened in an old experience, we call it memory. In hypnosis, something similar happens. There are several completely different phenomena that we end up calling these phenomena of hypnosis. There are some phenomena involve altered states of consciousness, and others not involve the altered state of consciousness. Now, regardless of that, I like the definition of James Tripp. Although James Tripp advocates that there is no altered state of consciousness, the definition he uses for hypnosis applies whether it is an altered state of consciousness or if it is not. He uses the idea that hypnosis is a process involving the existence of a hypnotic loop. What would this hypnotic loop be? Well, for hypnosis to happen, she will start on one of these items, and that begins a cycle that feeds back into itself. I will give the example of the stuck hands, for instance. The stuck hands routine has a very significant physiological element. When you say to stretch out the arm, for example, the more it stretches, the more it sticks. The simple fact that you stretch your arm ends up leaving you with your arm. With difficulty in opening, if you stretch it, it's really hard to open. And this small difficulty generates a physiology that you feel, look, it really is stuck. And upon realizing that it is stuck, this in a fraction of a second, this is an experience. Oh, it's really stuck. And in that fraction of a second, your imagination starts to work. Wow, the hands are really stuck. And this imagination begins to establish a belief that it is really stuck. It establishes the belief that one is truly stuck. And this belief, this is the most sensational part. She creates new physiologies that did not exist. That's why the fingers become more and more stuck. Then you keep pressing, keep pressing. You unconsciously start to squeeze your fingers, because it is a physiology resulting from belief. It's that when you start to squeeze your fingers even tighter, your experience is already a new experience. In other words, there is already a new experience involving the hand becoming more and more stuck. And that will engage your imagination once again. That will establish new beliefs. So the person will pass by here several times. Several times. I don't necessarily need to talk about deepening trance. For certain routines, the simple fact that the person goes through this loop several times, she guarantees that. So, it is very common for us in a stage hypnosis show to go out triggering sequences. For example, first stick the hand, and now from here. It makes the subject lose their voice, for example, or makes one forget their own name. And without having a formal induction of trance, you will increasingly be able to have more complex routines. Why? Because it keeps passing by here. It's passing by here. Even the so-called rapid inductions, James Tripp, who has a channel on YouTube, James Tripp TV, he is able to explain in a quite reasonable manner the hypnotic loop, because rapid induction's ritualistic. So there are several rituals. You already provoke an expectation, already comes with a belief, and this belief will awaken physiologies, will awaken experiences in your imagination. And so you begin to enter a trance, or not, according to the theory you will use. But the phenomena become increasingly complex. So now the most important thing is the following. This loop is fueled by one thing. It is fueled by something called expectation. Oh my goodness, expectation. What is expectation? Expectation fuels this then. If you go to a therapy session, this expectation of what will happen enhances this hypnotic loop. You go to a stage hypnosis show. Wow, what is going to happen? This feeds into stage hypnosis. It feeds the phenomena. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you later. Thank you for watching this video. Want to learn more about hypnosis? Subscribe to our channel, or then click here and watch other videos. See you next time.